And welcome back to On the Western Front. So, we are 2 weeks out from the main offensive. I've started replacing my men, which is good. Let's just check my order of battle, my headquarters. Make sure all my artillery is on the route. Yep, that's fine. Got blood transfusions. I just spent all my points on that. Then my medical unit should hopefully be treating wounded. We've pretty much already taken these lines, so it's going to be an interesting one. Huge number of my guys up here, ready to sweep into there. Ownership on because I find it quite useful. There we go. See, I must be missing some rifle units. Because everyone seems to be clustering up the top. First field's on way. The Flamecoat Company's resting. That range 8 tiles. It's not bad still. 25. That's actually a long range flamethrower. Oh yes, it was mentioned. Should probably go underground. Ah, see, it's already added it underground. That is fine. Make sure the fortress is kind of ready. So, turn off underground. Fortress is the main. The drill is obviously low priority because it's a defensive area. As is the eastern defences. And I'm actually going to work that as a high priority. See, the western can stay down in normal priority. Even if it does seem to want to stack all my infantry up there. Probably because it's the closest bit to the enemy. I'm hoping the offensive will see us take all this. Look at this, my artillery is basically just moving up to here. We've got this. What I do need to do, I did realise, is build dugouts. So I'm going to build dugouts. A bit like this. And build a little communication trench coming out like that. Alright, hill building. So the engineers are up to. Building my communication trench. And then I can put a few more dugouts off there. I need some supplies up in this area by basic fort. We're going to keep things quiet. And then we're going to splatter this area here with artillery. You can range attentive. They've lost their headquarters. For 2,400, 2,400, 2,200. Right, let's bring the second rifle brigade back. Because their morale is low. And the 7th back. What, the 7th only just got here. Mustn't have had enough time at the rear. The second only had like 20%, so definitely do not want them doing anything like that. Got a field kitchen. So medical company. Build. Showers. Showers. Doesn't look like they built the second field kitchen. They're doing a daily autosave, isn't it? Don't push the offensive back for another little French spoiler attack. Come on. No, it's just remembering they're going to sentinel leave. Field hospital. Yeah. Supply company. Add supplies. Ammunition. No dugouts here, is there? Field. Maybe I should be more specific with my dugouts. Supply companies are coming up here. But yeah, these guys have got no ammunition, which would be a rather bad thing to happen. Supply company. 49th supply company. Right click. Supply area. Ammunition. All of that, please. Hopefully we'll see ammunition. Tools. Nobody got any tools. Shelves. Nope. Food, water. Again, a little bit low on that. The field kitchen's got no food in it. So that's supply company. New. So not the fourth, where's my other supply company? We go second. Supply area, food and water, like that. This will be why my readiness and morale are dropping. 4 rifle pods here. They've got some, so they're fine. Their readiness is actually increasing. Quarters, 10th Rifle Brigade. Let's get down to the infantry platoons. You're not too bad. Open with a random rifle battalion. Yeah, you're pretty good actually. Let's recall you. That should help. The others can stay behind lines. Short on tools, but ammunition is not bad. I'm doing for shells for the artillery. %. That's not bad. Not bad. Add supplies, ammunition to here. I want to turn this into a supply depot. Their happiness is going up. That's good. So readiness is going up as well. Your kitchen. Where's that? Ah. 4 wounded present. Interesting. Find wounded in this area. This is technically enemy lines. Also, it has stacked up all my men area. So, incoming 10th. Deflect unit. Select all. Watch duty. Endless. Target area. Fortress has got that. Oop, I can see having everything. I'm just a bit worried that it's stacking all the guys up in one area. The fortress should have watch duty on it. Let's move the 11th as well. The eastern defences. Select unit. Watch duty. On the eastern defences. Only in an area. Okay. Am I just issuing the same thing again and again? Yes, I am. Fine. 11th should be moving down to that area. Got the 10th there at least. 11th are excellent. Modify the eastern defences. Nope, it's fine. It does cover the entire bit I'm wanting. I may add in this bit here. So just so we got extra people down there. I just don't want to have failed to get this because everyone's decided the new hotness is up here. Right, we are about 10 days away, so should have I got some supplies? I think they've already gone and been numbed. Lookout has a little bit of ammunition, pleasant, but not much. Yeah, the happiness is going up, the readiness is still low. Game is having a hanging on every pop-up. This is not to bear well for the next offensive. At least then moving to the communication trench and then just knocking up, wandering over the stuff. Right. We make a new area. Free offensive bombardment. We want it to be pretty much all of this area here. I don't think we need to bombard the fort because I think we've already got the fort. Let's do this bit more systematically, eh? go for some realistic conquest goals. Okay, so we're going to bombard that. We're also going to bombard this corner down here, because we know the French are still active down here. That sounds good. Now I should be able to select my field artillery. Explosive shells. I'll take all my field artillery. Awesome. Okay, so we'll start on the morning of June 10th. Morning. Target area. Defensive bombardment. And finish at morning of June 14th. Using explosive shells. Okay, can't do a multi-day. So starting the June 10th, we'll start start morning and night. Just repeat. Take off endless. Repeat. Morning, night. Just start day, June 10th. On repeat. Explosive shells. Start at 1 a.m. and at 23:27. So, explosive shells, continuous. Yeah. We'll see what these guys do. Come the 10th. Because I can always manually do it if it doesn't work. But I feel like I should be learning to use the automation more. I've already learned to properly spread my guys out. That's the point in the Eastern defences. They do earn that, they just don't want to put any troops in there. I've got big hopes this offensive is going to move us at least one fortress closer to Berlin. No, Paris, I'm the Germans. My desk has been here far too long. I mean, I'm not so sure this top bit's going to do anything. But yeah, I can dream. Alright. I don't want to lay any more wire because that would just get in the way of my offensive. We've already got heavy barbed wire in front of us. Yeah, I'm hoping to take this fortress and maybe this fortress. Build some artillery pits. You guys still okay for food? Redness is increasing slowly. Got food, shells. Not as much food as they'd like. I can bring another supply company in later. What about my other guys down here? I've kind of been neglecting you. No, you're fine. You got everything. Need to add food. That's supply kitchen. How's my aerodrome doing? Looks like I need to cancel those patrols. Like a spotter balloon would be nice. Just because their readiness is dropping. And we do an hour and a half every 24 hours. Starting at midday. We'll just make it a large recon unit. And then we'll do a large fighter escort. Doing the same. And we might also do another one. Hopefully my planes will be able to pick up that. Got reports there of a French artillery unit at the back. I do love some of my friends named Trotsky's playing War Thunder. Trotsky. Right. Should be some more artillery pits. Yeah. That's the field hospital. There's no food in the food kitchen. Readiness is okay. Ready's at 57%. We're looking good. Feel like we're ready for this offensive. What are these things here? That's just random. You've been stationed here so long you've turned the ground to mud. Yep. I did note some paths coming up here. My attempts to build communication trenches here. Okay, it's an evolving world. I'm hoping we'll have a completely new trench line. What we do is we build the trench up to here. We take it up to here. Build the trenches to here. Break a few of these, build this trench up to here, communications trench. Dig in. Hoping we go further north than that. Hopefully we're building a whole new trench line here. Right, it's the 9th. See what happens on the 10th. What time is it scheduled for? 1 a.m. on the 10th. It should be happening any minute now. Four days of bombardment isn't much, but I don't think there's much in front of us. and it's coming up to 1 o'clock. The computer's having a think, which is good because it's trying to figure out how to move up all my artillery. And hopefully we will see the world explode around the French lines. I feel like I'm getting this. I also wonder if the French are broken. I was expecting more defensiveness. I know I'm supposed to be stronger, but unless the French have dug in like anything at the top. I've got the spinny blue wheel. It's definitely having a big thing. Here we go. Look at that. Actually bombarding the right areas. I have successfully ordered a preparatory bombardment of a target area. Look at me, learning the game. So you have to have the area selected up here when you use the target area. Like, there might not be anyone here, and I might just be wasting artillery, but at least it sounds good. I mean, well, it sounds good. That crackling, not good. Better sound effects, just a cleaner explosion would make it sound a lot better. Go a long way to cleaning up the sound. Probably looking to modding that myself. Oh, we've already deleted the forest down here. Yeah, the Valve isn't going up, so we're not getting much in the way of kills. But we are softening this area up. As I expect the French to be here. There's a good chance the French have just dug in along this line and I'm not seeing anything. I don't know what happens if you get to the top of the map. Does it expand further and you lose like the bottom chunk of your trenches? Who knows? Or is this, can I actually win the war? Right, so this is the break, and it should kick off again about now. It's going to pause every time, isn't it? I need to edit my order so it doesn't have this break in it. Because the computer needs to calculate, and it takes a while. Here we go again. Right, pause, schedule, explosive shells, start time is midnight, end time is 24, 23, 59. We can switch it to endless, actually. Alright, so that should now be repeated and endless. If it's going to hang like that, I am just going to turn it off and just bombard this area. The artillery's ranging through this area. Look at the patterns. We don't need fog. It's June. Right, there we go. We should be warm and dry. I'm also trying not to smash up the no man's land in front of my troops are going too much. Right. Bring down on the trenches now. What are we doing for ammunition in the artillery? Supply cap's at 88%, so they're doing fine. They're resting, actually. I just realised. Explosive shells. Yeah, these guys don't have an order. And it's very hard to add them to the order as far as I can know. Yeah, because these guys weren't... Oh, it's fine. Temp bombarding area, 32% of your shells left and dropping. Yeah, so I think 3 days of bombardment is pretty much the maximum I could have afforded anyway. Also, we are bombarding from in front of the French trenches. I find this hilarious. We're in the French trenches. We just need this offensive to realign what's happening. Oh, looks like the bombardment's over. Oh no, it's starting again. It's first. Cases. Alright, yeah, so we're definitely seeing this as that. So we're going to cancel the order. And what we're going to do is we're going to manually order the bombardment of this area here. Hopefully this will be a bit more of a hit because these guys... Where are you going? Who are you? Good lord, you believe in some close fire. You're walking into our own artillery bombardment. Right, I'm probably not going to be able to keep this up for 2 days. That's where your attack order is, right? You're still resting. You've got most of your shells and you're resting. I suppose the artillery, the prefab area, if I can figure out how to stop it thinking every day, At least allows you to draw for the whole trench line rather than bombarding the middle of nowhere. Actually going to cancel this again. I'm actually just going to target this chunk here. I'm going to obliterate this in front of my men. I'm going to go for that. This guy's just walked into the bombardment. Any casualties you take are not on me. Here comes the rest of the artillery. What, are you firing on open sights or something? Yeah, you've just walked into our own artillery, you idiots. There's an elevation in the way. It might be that's a high ground. Alright, cancel the bombardment. Apparently just because it's high ground they can't see what they're targeting. We haven't got the shells for this much anyway. Although we've proven there's nobody there because we just walked artillery into it, so I don't think it's worth wasting it. Plus we're now literally hours from the offensive. They're going in at 3 AM. Alright. Big day, lads, big day. Fatherland expects great things from you. Luckily, this is World War I, so you're no worse than any other side. Alright, let's slow time down. Because I want to get to the start of this offensive, and then I should be able to move everyone up. This button never seems to work, but the send all combatants over the top button should. Huh? Right, okay, we're advancing. There's some fighting going on around the fort, I think. Yeah, they've got some machine guns and stuff in there. Yeah, we're trying to fight these guys here. Yeah, here we go. We're actually properly going forward now. Ownership back on. Ownership will hopefully change in this offensive because we're swarming over the fort. There we go, thumbnail. Ooh, the French are retaliating. Yeah, they've kind of gone up because the ground's so weird. They've kind of gone back. Using the priority area. Right, we'll move the eastern up in priority. The western side. Yep, we're into the trench. Are we into the underground of this yet? Nope. They are shooting at us from these little corners here. Go on, man, over the top. Attack. Go on, you can do it. Yeah, you're still looking pretty good. We are properly zooming up this trench, aren't we? We claimed all this, have we? Or is this... No, that's what we had before. French still have all their machine guns in the fort. How do we get them to attack the fort? We should probably also... We can't schedule finding wounded. Okay. Let's just do it for the order of battle then. Oh, you're up here apparently. Alright. Find wounded. Here? It's behind the enemy lines, is it? Okay. Right down here. Right, the 5th has been set on lead. Order of battle. 9th is already en route. 8th is already en route. We're taking this line up here though. Look. Come on, we need more than this. We have to wait for the next load of troops to come in, but this is a terrible, terrible start. Let's go back up to full speed. Because we're not assaulting this fortress as much as I was hoping. 3rd Brigade's on leave. Okay, we're going to have to wait now until the next load come back in. They do have machine guns in those trenches. We've got men up here. Yeah, capturing the fort, apparently very difficult. Taking a bit of this trench line here. Can you move to take this piece of line here? I'm just kind of waiting for the next wave of troops to come back. And here's the 8th and 9th have arrived. I've given them a minute to get into position before we launch another assault. They're pushing forwards. Yeah, there's the 2nd. Seconds are still trying to get into position. I was really hoping to sweep all these trenches, but apparently getting into the fort is a nightmare. Can I mine my way into the fort is the next question. Alright, we've got plenty of guys. They immediately retreat to there and then come across sideways. Fortress is now the 100% priority. We're going to shell. Not really much worth shelling, is there? Because there's no French we can see. Just not attacking where I want them to attack. All these guys here. On watch duty. Cancel the order. Cancel the order. We can add order tiles here. Right, no one should be on watch duty now. Attack rifle, issue order. Yeah. Then we're going to select the 9th. Deselect type, deselect unit. Select all. Assault raid. Yeah. Okay. Can somebody please get into this flickering fortress? Right, so things are kicking off on the top anyway. It's a case, mate. Let's bombard this bit here, see what we can do. Should cancel that. But there's one of these machine gun areas in as well. Okay. Attack rifle. That's the 2nd. Alright, 9th. Deselect type. Select all. Deselect machine guns. Attack with grenades. Issue. Like, I feel like we've killed a good chunk of them. Oh, that got a lot of people active. Oh, it's probably because this is the time I told them to attack the fortress. I'm very, very disappointed with this. Managed to claim a chunk of this, but not all of it. Well, we've got 50,000 valor points anyway. Modified the fortress to include that, all that. And all that there. Then remove all our own trenches from it, because we don't need to take our own trenches, do we? Come on, we got the number still. We've only taken a few thousand casualties. Also, it's not letting me click and drag, which has been very annoying. Okay, there we go, there we go. We'll redraw this all properly for the next offensive. Bring our engineers in. Still don't know if we got any French in there. Still some French in there. For you. You're the 7th. Alright, 7th Rifle Brigade. Attack this area. Does that not include all your subordinates? So I just sent the commander off on a suicide mission. Oh, of course, it's shipments and new wiring supplies. Because we've got no wire to cut. The French apparently don't want to use it because they've got giant fortresses. Take me some more land. Get in this fortress. We've been here months. Artillery's not doing it. Nothing. Well, now they're bombarding. See what happens if they just continually bombard that. It's like we're on this fortress, but we don't control the fortress. Do a little French sign in the middle. Rifle platoon selected. Can you get in here? Can. Okay. Do I need to get an officer? Okay, offensive was successful. 300 casualties captured. We killed 2,007 prisoners. Wow. Bit of a French stereotype there. But yeah. Which ground did we take? I mean, we at least own this bit of trench up here. So we need to build communications trench running between that. Yeah, at least we own a bit more. Offensive successful? Yep. 4th of September, the next offensive. Right, you can cancel that. Yeah, we did a proper number on the French there, didn't we? But this fortress is apparently still in control, even though our men are just walking around here with no risk at all. I wonder if I have to ignore the fort and go for these trenches as my next main assault. I just have to get past it. Look, we're just wandering through this now. There's no French in here. Oh, it looks like we conquered this bit here. Do I have to be more specific when I send my men in? Yeah, we got this casemate. Alright. Well, that seems like a good place to call the video. So thanks very much for watching. I'll see everyone next time when I start plotting for the next one.